Alright guys, what's going on? I'm coming at you guys with a new type of video. This is going to be a deck profile. This is going to be for the new Machina support that came out. I'm very excited of making this deck. That's why I bought 3 of the structure decks. I bought these online to, just to show you guys how excited I was. And with this, what I'm going to do is, this is kind of a more budget version. I'm more of a budget Yu-Gi-Oh player because I don't really like spending tons of money. But you know how times are, I can afford buying a little bit more cards right now for the help that we're getting and stuff. So this is already like a little upgraded version of the deck. It's mostly in the extra deck, but I want to do a video, more videos where you guys can see how the deck started off, and it's playable right now. But if you want it in tournaments where you have a high chance of winning, then just keep watching on the videos and how it changes. And I'm also going to do play hands at the end. Alright, so we're going to start off the most important card in the deck, Triple Citadel. Hopefully you guys can see that good. So Triple Citadel, so basically what it does is it can't be special summoned unless it's in the graveyard, right? Yeah, it must be special summoned by a card effect. And if this card is in the graveyard, if a machine monster, Earth machine monster, gets destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon this card from your graveyard, which is really good because the whole deck is mostly Earth machines. Then it has an effect where it's a quick effect, which is really great, that you can tribute it to destroy all monsters your opponent controls with 3,000, with the attack equal or less than the monster tributed. So if you tribute Machina Citadel itself, it will destroy all monsters with 3,000 attack or less. So really good. It's kind of like Thunderclap Skywolf, but it doesn't destroy all monsters, it just destroys ones with 3,000 or less. But 3,000 is a good amount of attack. It's not going to destroy all the monsters that your opponent has. Maybe if they have higher attack, but hey, it's good. Alright, so it's a level 10. It's pretty easy to get out your rank 10s with this card. Yeah, other than that, pretty good. Usually if you summon it, I kind of like to summon it in defense position. Like if you summon it on your opponent's turn, just in case for lightning storm and stuff. And then when it gets to your turn, then you flip it to attack and attack directly. So second card we're playing is Triple Machina Aerator. Really good. Machina Aerator and Irradiator do the same exact thing, but Aerator you do on your opponent's turn. So basically you can discard a Machina monster to special summon this card from your hand, which is really good. It's a level 8, so it's an easy special summon of a level 8 that you can go into your rank 8s. So really good. Only 1,500 attack, but 2,600 defense. So for that, it's kind of iffy. I wish I had a little bit more attack to set up your OTK plays and stuff, but it's alright. So then its effect is you can tribute any machine monster, and then you can special summon any Machina monster from your deck with the level equal to or less than. So if you tribute this, then you get to special summon any Machina level 8 monster from your deck. Usually you would use this to go into the level 4, which I'm going to show you soon. So really good card. Then we have the card that has the same exact effect, but you can only activate it during your turn, and you can only special summon from the graveyard. So let's say, usually what I tend to do, I discard Aerator to summon this, and then I tribute itself to summon the Aerator. I don't know if that's a better play. It kind of just builds up your graveyard. But if you wanted to, you would just search for this and then just special summon it and then just wait. Yeah. So there it is. Another level 8. A little bit more attack, a little bit less defense. So yeah. Then we have one of the more important cards in the deck, the Searcher, Machina Gearframe. Now, as you guys can see, as a budget player, I only have one holo. Even though it's really cheap. I had it in my binder, and I was like, ooh, let me just throw it in. So this one, it's normal summon. You get to add any Machina monster from your deck to your hand, and it's also a union, so you can equip it to any Machina. No, any machine monster you control, and then it gets equipped. And if it would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can just destroy this instead. So a really good combo is you summon Citadel, you equip this onto Citadel, and then you activate Citadel's effect to destroy all the monsters. You can just destroy this instead of destroying Citadel, and you'll still have your 3000 beater on the field. So that's a really good combo if you guys want to do that. It's also a level 4, kind of good if you want to go into rank 4s, because we have the next card here, Machina Possess Storage or Possess Storage, however you pronounce it. So I don't run it at 3 just because, like, if you have 2 in your hand, it's kind of a really big brick, because you want to, its effect is when it's normal or special summon, and you kind of want to special summon it more. So when it's normal or special summon, you get to target a Machina monster in your graveyard and special summon it. It cannot activate its effects during that turn, which is alright. So what you would do is you would, during your opponent's turn, if you have this on the field, tribute it to special summon. Well, you don't tribute it. You activate its effect targeting himself. You special summon the Possessed Ridge. Then, when it's summoned, this gets destroyed. So, since this got destroyed, you can special summon Citadel from your graveyard. And its effect, when it's normal special summon, you get to special summon a Machina monster from your graveyard. So you can even summon this back onto the field if you wanted to. So yeah, that would be the play. Also has a second effect, which is pretty good. You can target a Machina monster you control and a Spartan Trap card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So this kind of sets up for your OTK plays. Like, let's say they had like a crazy trap card that would destroy all your monsters or whatever. You activate this, return it back to the hand before it can do anything. Let me move it a little bit to the side. And you just set up your OTK play like that. So Possessor is really good, but I think 2 is most optimal. So here we play double Machina Fortress. Machina Fortress is it's decent. It's level 7, which is kind of weird because we don't really run any more other level 7s. But we run 2 just in case we want to go for the casual level 7. So its effect is you can discard machine monsters whose total level equals it or surpasses it. So you can discard like an Aerator, Radiator, or Citadel just to summon this. So that gets the Citadel to the graveyard, and it's a 2500 attack beater. So it has pretty decent attack. And its effect is when it's destroyed by battle, you get to target a card on the field and destroy it. So it's pretty, I don't know. To me, it's pretty decent. If you want to get rid of a card on the field, you just run into it, effect to destroy. So you can do that. Its second effect, you're not really gonna use much, but like I was playing in like a little tournament yesterday, and I was going up against Machinas, and I accidentally I targeted it and I completely forgot what it did, but luckily I already did my combo, so the 2 pieces in my hand I didn't really need. So like when you target it, you can look at your opponent's hand and discard a card, which is pretty good. But like I wish if it was like targeted by any effect, but I mean then it would make it broken. But still, and then you just discard a card in your opponent's hand. So we play the one of Machina Megaform. I'm gonna take this out. This is probably gonna be the fastest card I'm gonna take out in his deck. It's a level 8. 2600 attack. You really only summon it when Machina Fortress gets destroyed by battle. If a Machina Fortress control is sent to your, so it's just sent to your graveyard, you can special summon this, and then you contribute this to summon any Machina monster. But I don't know what other Machina monster you would summon except for like, I don't know, Citadel, or you can even go to Possessed Ridge. But yeah, I'm gonna run the one of, but I'm gonna take this out as soon as possible. Also, when I'm taking out as soon as possible, Machina Cannon. This is just good in a deck to have for a free level 8. You just discard a machine monster or more, and it gains 800 attack for each discarded. So if you want, you can discard a bunch of machine monsters that have really good attack, or you can just send one from your hand to the graveyard to have a free level 8 body on the field to go into your rank 8 plays. So non-Machina monsters that we're playing, triple Scrap Recycler. Now, Recycler is kind of just used for one thing. You summon it, you send the Citadel to your graveyard. You send, the Citadel to your graveyard. And then the second effect, you can shuffle two level 4 Earth machine monsters in the graveyard to the deck, draw a card. So the only thing you're going to really be shuffling is the Gearframe, which, I don't know, I don't feel like you're going to have too many in the grave. But pretty good. You would combo this with Scrap Golem, and Scrap Golem I do have here. But that's gonna be a later deck profile just because I don't have the Scrap Wyvern yet. So once I get the Scrap Wyvern, you know, I'll update the deck profile so you guys can see how the deck gradually gets better and better. Rerun triple Machina redeployment. This is the most important spell in the deck. Extremely good spell. Like, you should run it at 3. Its effect is you can discard a card, add 2 Machina monsters with different names from your deck to your hand, which is really good. Then it has a second effect. If you discarded a Machina card, right? Machina card, yep. You can add just 2 different Machina cards from your deck to your hand. So there is a Machina trap card that we run. So if we discarded a Machina card, we can search the Machina trap card instead of just searching 2 different monsters. So all in all, really good card. It's only a once per turn, which it would have been busted if it wasn't, but really good. So we're running right now double supply squads. The 3 structure decks came, you know, 1 with each, and you could run it at 3. I kind of liked running it. Like, if you were to run any hand traps and stuff, supply squad would get you to go through your deck faster, and you'd be able to search out for like the Ash Blossom, the DD Crows, Infinite Imperm. So supply squad is good, and plus, like, all the Machina monsters or effects destroy themselves. So you would draw from your turn, your opponent's turn, activate like Citadel's effect to destroy. You would get from that as well. And if you have 2 on the field, you're drawing 2 every time. So that's really good. And supply squad is kind of like a bait for them to destroy the MST or whatever if they don't want you to draw anymore. So if you want something more important to save, you just play supply squad. They kind of want to destroy the supply squad. So now we're running 2 Iron Draw. Now, I had 2 secret rares before, so that's why I just changed them out. But Iron Draw is not that good, but the way we're playing right now, we can't set up a board with crazy monsters. So if you control exactly 2 effect machine monsters, and no other monsters, you get to draw 2 cards. You can only special summon once after you draw the 2 cards, which low-key, it's pretty good, just because we cannot special summon like crazy like that, and usually we special summon during your opponent's turn. So it's a really good, kind of like a Pot of Desires, but you're not banishing anything, and you just control 2 machine monsters. So I like it for right now, but I'll maybe take it out later. I run double Cosmic Cyclones just because this deck would probably lose very bad to any back row deck or any control deck. So Cosmic Cyclone is a must. I don't run 3 because I also run double Twin Twisters. Twin Twisters, discard a card, destroy 2 Spell Trap cards on the field. Now this is good because you can just discard the Citadel. You want the Citadel in the graveyard, so the discard was actually helping you, and you get to destroy 2 Spell Trap cards on the field. So Twin Twister is really good. I might even think about running it at 3, taking out Cosmic Cyclone, but I don't want to see like 2 of them in my hand, you know. So we're running the 1 Foolish Burial. This is the platinum rare, that's why it looks weird. The 1 Foolish just to get the Citadel faster to the grave, or if you want to send a Machina Gearframe just to activate Scrap Recycler's effect, you can do that just to get an extra draw. And then we run the 1 Upstart just to run it at 40 cards. Then for the traps, the Machina Overdrive. This is the best trap that we run in the deck. So its effect is you could target a machine monster you control, special summon a Machina monster with a different name from your hand or deck, and if you do, destroy the targeted monster. So this triggers Machina Citadel. This triggers Supply Squad. So very good. And then it has a graveyard effect, which I love trap cards that have graveyard effects. So when it's in a graveyard, you can target 3 Earth machines, or no, just 3 machine monsters, shuffle it back into the deck, and then draw a card. So, you know, a little bit of draw power, pretty good, and you get to recycle those cards. We run 2 Solemn Strikes. Now, the Solemn Strikes, be kind of iffy about it, but, like, if you think about it, Machina Citadel can only destroy monsters with 3,000 or less attack. So the strike is here. In case they summon a monster with 3,000 or more attack, and you know you're not going to be able to get rid of it, activate the Solemn Strike, get rid of it, and now you know that's a monster you don't have to worry about because you got rid of it, and you can get rid of the rest of the monsters. So really good. And then the one red reboot, just because this deck loses a lot to back row decks, and usually all back row decks are trap card decks, so red reboot is really good. So that's the deck profile. I guess I'll show you some of the extra deck monsters that we would use. Let's see. So I'm only going to show you guys two, because the rest, like, I don't have the rest of the cards. I can order them online, and those came in first. So one Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon, Gustav Max. You would use the 2 Citadels and overlay them for this. Does 2,000 burn damage, and you could just attack directly for 3,000. So that's already 5,000 damage, guys. And then this, two level 10s as well. So you would use 2 Citadels. During either player's turn, detach one. This card is unaffected. Well, target one monster on the field is unaffected by effects except its own. So 3,200, 4,000 defense. You could put it in defense. It'd do pretty good. And yeah. So these are the only ones I'm going to show you guys right now, because I don't have the rest of the cards on me, and it'd be kind of a waste to try and do like a practice hand with extra deck monsters that I can't summon. So I'm gonna have to power shuffle this, guys, and you know, this is still like structure deck, like came out of the structure deck. I made 3 as much as possible, like the best as possible with the cards that I had right now. Once again, I am a budget player, so I don't have like the most expensive cards in the deck, but I will show like to get it most tournament optimal in with just a couple cards, and I ordered them. So in a couple days, like I'll post the deck, and I'll show you guys what changes I've made, what we've taken out. Which I'm gonna show you guys right now cards that you could add into the deck that I've tried, and like you can easily add it into the deck, but I kind of didn't like the way it ran a little bit. So this card, it came in, what was it, Ignition Assault? And it says if a face-up Earth monster you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, special summon this card from your hand, and then you can send a monster from your deck to the graveyard. So it's a Foolish Burial. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another level 8 that special summons from your hand, and 2,600 attack. Not that bad. So it's a free level 8 that you get to summon from your hand. So pretty good. It is not machine monster, so that's kind of iffy about it. We have Train Connection, which I'm probably not going to add to the deck, but I guess it'd be kind of decent. You can, what is it? It equips to an Earth Machine monster by banishing 2 level 10 or higher machine monsters. So you would have to banish the 2 Citadels, because I don't have the other level 10s. Yeah. And then it doubles its attack, and it deals piercing damage. So that's really good. And then triple trade-in. Your Air Raiders, and your Air Raiders are level 8, and like Machina, Megaform, and Cannon are level 8. So you can just like, if you don't want them, you could just discard them with trade-in and draw 2 cards, which is still pretty good. And they get sent to the graveyard, so it's like being sent to the graveyard is not all that bad, because you can still special summon them back. So trade-in, pretty good card. So yeah, we're gonna do a test hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So not that bad. So what we will do, I'm gonna put these to my side. Summon the Gearframe. Let me try to get that in the middle. Gearframe's effect lets you search out any Machina monster. So what we would do. So of course this isn't like tournament optimal. So you would either go for Citadel. Yeah, I think I would go for Citadel. Get that to your hand, and then Radiator's effect by discarding a Machina monster. Let me flip it to this side. By discarding a Machina monster, I can special summon it. So we're gonna discard the Citadel because we want it in the graveyard. To special summon a Radiator in defense, we can activate Supply Squad, which is gonna be here, right? No. It's gonna be here. So supply squad is gonna be there, and then we can put down the twin twisters, put it face down if we're going up against any back row decks or whatever, and keep the Machina Radiator just so we can keep a discard. So that would be your end board right there. It's not bad, but it's still pretty decent. So if they get rid of any of these by battle or card effect, let's say they attack the one with the low, with the lowest numbers, Gearframe would be destroyed. You activate Citadel's effect to special summon from the graveyard in defense. And then if they have any monsters with 3,000 or less attack, you activate Citadel's effect to tribute or to destroy all their monsters. And because they destroyed, or we destroyed, whichever, we get to draw a card off supply squad. So we got a Gearframe for next turn. And if they set any back row, activate to pitch. So we got rid of 2 back row. We essentially maybe got rid of all their monsters with Citadels. We still have the supply squad. So we're going to draw. We have Scrap Recycler, which we can send a Citadel to the grave, or we can summon the Gearframe and add an Aerator to have, which I think would be the best option. Maybe. So yeah, that's going to be your, first test hand. Let's do another one. So yeah, the boards don't look too great, but it's the fact that Citadel can keep coming back and keep destroying their monsters is what makes this deck really good. But like I said, if you're going up against any back row heavy decks, this deck is not going to do much, because Citadel is the most important card in the deck, and it only destroys monsters. So if you can't destroy any Speller Traps, then you're kind of screwed. So that's why I added the Twin Twisters and the Cosmic Cyclone. So let's draw 5 again. 1, another Gearframe, a Possessed Storage, Iron Draw, Machina Fortress, and a Supply Squad. So this hand right here is not that bad actually. So what we're gonna do is summon a Gearframe's effect to add Aerator, so then Aerator's effect to discard a Machina monster to special summon itself. So we're gonna discard the Fortress to special Aerator. I gotta keep flipping it. And we still have these 3 in hand. So then what we would do is I would activate Iron Draw to draw 2, since we control exactly 2 machine monsters. So as you can see, that's why I like the card a lot. So we got the trap card, which is good. Then activate the Supply Squad, set the trap face down, pass turn. So now on your opponent's turn, if they summon anything crazy, we can activate either Aerator or Machina Gearframe. So let's activate Aerator to destroy itself. Well, the way I gotta get used to it is it just targets itself to special summon Possessed Storage from the deck. Now, because it destroyed itself, because it targeted itself, it gets destroyed because we special summoned it. And then Supply Squad would activate, and then Possessed Storage would activate because it was special summoned. So we'll do Chain Link 2, Chain Link 1. We draw 1 off Supply Squad, Solemn Strike, really good. And then Possessed Storage effect to special Aerator back. Then if they summon any problematic monsters, activate the Machina Overdrive to tribute the Gearframe to summon our Citadel. And then we would be able to activate Citadel's effect to you could either destroy the Citadel to destroy all monsters with 3,000 or less attack. So now you have a board with, let's say we destroyed all their monsters. We have a board with 2 monsters still on the field, a level 8 and level 4, a Supply Squad. We still have 3 cards in hand. We have a live Citadel, and we have a Fortress that can, we have a Fortress that can special summon it back. Second turn, we got another trap card. That's pretty good. We can summon the Gearframe. Add, let's say, a Radiator if we wanted to. We send the Possessed Urge for a Radiator. Activate a Radiator's effect to target. What would we target? We could target Gearframe to special summon another Gearframe. Gearframe gets destroyed, and because Gearframe got destroyed, Citadel special summons back and Supply Squad activate once again. And we have a Solemn Strike that we could put face down. We can, in this instance, we can overlay, since we have 2 level 8s, to something we have 2 level 4s, so we can overlay into like Tornado Dragon or something, and we still have Machina Citadel that still activates. Now, that's just literally the structure deck, guys. Now imagine with like train support that I'm gonna get in the mail and stuff, and with extra deck monsters that we're gonna put. So that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you for watching the video. I'll post the video once I get more cards, just so you guys can see the updated version of the deck. But I'm definitely gonna make this deck my like go-to tournament deck. So once again, thanks for watching. If you guys think there are any cards I should add, let me know. And like, I want to experiment this deck as much as you guys do. So just let me know. We can both help each other out. All right, guys. See ya.